Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing Essence League with Tukohama's Totemancer, and today we are gonna run the Academy map, the final of the tier 4 maps on the right hand side of the Atlas. Monsters are hexproof. We got 26% more magic monsters and they have a bloodlined mod. Slaying monsters together can attract monsters from beyond, and the unique boss is a bit more powerful with more life and area of effect. So let's have some fun here. The Academy is not a map that rings a bell to me, so it might be a new one or it might be a renamed version of an older map. Either way, let's see what it's all about.
They came for enlightenment, but were imprisoned by man.
Getting a bit of a museum vibe here. Of course, museum used to be one of the worst tier 3 maps that you could run. The bosses were pretty horrendous. Let's see if this is the museum in looks or in actual boss content. Well, the bosses got moved to the Vaal Pyramid in a toned down, slightly more balanced version. So that does give me some hope for this map. But we shall see. We get some demons here. So because our flammability is useless here, because all mobs are hexproof, I switched out for the Decoy Totem, meaning that if we want, we can cast a Decoy Totem that will 100% guaranteed taunt monsters. Well, Shockwave Totem only has a 20% chance to taunt monsters whenever it hits. So if we really are in trouble, we can plop down a Decoy Totem and have it deal more damage. And of course it will attract mobs, and the mobs will generally try to kill themselves. Some stuff happening here, and I think we cleared it. Now I'm running so many different skills that it's pretty hard to give them all a spot, and just about every skill does have its own situational use. So it is nice to actually have a map where we can run around with Decoy Totem at the expense of no other skill. Hello, the Scholar. This is of course a library-based map, and as such, it drops the Scholar. No surprises there. There is a Herald of the Obelisk in here somewhere. Yes, you guys, these totems seem to be staying in place rather than moving around, which I do approve of. This is interesting as a crafting base as well. A bunch of life on it. 38 is close to the max of 40. Oh. That's a lot of mobs. Ooh, I think we managed to get the ghost there. A lot of stuff dropped. Destined to crumble. 100 item level rare body armor. Interesting. We veered a little bit of course, but we'll see if we can correct it. See, nothing is out here in the back. Another scholar drop. One more and we get 40 wisdom scrolls. And elemental reflect. It's very nice if we don't actually have a problem with it ourselves. Our totems are disposable. Okay, I'm not liking how I'm getting drawn to that side, but we still have a room up there, so let's backtrack a couple steps and clear this before we push onwards. anything in here? Yep. And oh, there's a totem there. Okay. They really seem to have it in for Righteous Fire Totem. And a loose candle. That means boss fight. Also, that sound is because something dropped. Yes. Okay. This used to be a horrific boss fight, so we will keep a portal up here. We have our Army of the Damned as a emergency backup. See if they changed anything here, or if this is still the same. There's some ribbons here. So far we're not dead. Oh, Arbiter of Knowledge. This is an appropriate boss fight, actually. A bit of a... I wonder if this is a hint to the rumored April's Fool extra class for Diablo 3, when Diablo 3 was still in development. I remember one year with April's Fools, they announced the Archivist as an extra class for the game. And they had it complete with animations for things like a tornado made out of books and things like that. And this fight reminded me a little bit of that. But this is definitely more manageable than the previous fight with the Chaos Corrupted mods, or all the Chaos bosses. Here we didn't die, we killed the boss, and there was plenty of space to hide behind as well. A bit of cover to deal with ranged attackers is always nice. And especially because we don't need to deal damage ourselves, we can take the maximum advantage of features like that, where other classes might not be able to because they actually need to perform attacks themselves. Let's not get hit too much there by the fire. Well, it's good that we backtracked a little bit, because this is where the boss was hiding. Would have been rather annoying having to backtrack all the way over there. Hello there, Skeletal Beast. Another room. Oh, some purples. Herald of the Obelisk. Okay, that's another one. And a rare. And we got it as well. Another rare. Wow, I don't think we had Nemesis on, but we are finding plenty of rares though. Okay, let's put all the good stuff forward. And then we flit onwards to the next room. I have to say, so far this map is progressing pretty well. Not a sign of demons, of course. And ooh, this is a reflecting thing possessed by a ghost. Well, Righteous Fire does win. And even the Ghost Touch have a bit better drops, so they're always nice to kill. Heralds of the Obelisk. Let's put our totem up. Let's draw them in. And there's more Heralds. Are they all dead? I don't think so. Let's see if we can walk around here. There, Heralds of the Obelisk. Yes, yes. Yeah, man. Good. Yeah, I've gained a tremendous amount of respect for these totems, since they hurt a lot. They just keep going and going and going until you are dead. They're rather relentless in that regard. And I'm really happy this is not the teleporting kind, but just merely the I'll stand here and cast spells at you kind. Slightly less dangerous, but not to be underestimated nonetheless. Let's see, still more than 50 mobs remaining. So we'll have to backtrack a little bit, since this wing does appear to be clear now. Bunch more purples, and I think before we enter the next room, let's empty our pockets. So this boss was not possessed by the Shaper in any way, shape or form. On the other hand, it could be that we have to do some map manipulation. Or maybe we need to run another Zana's daily quest. Let's see, this was also just a standalone little bit of a room. Yeah, which reminds me, last time, after we cleared the villa, this one got revealed. The Spider Forest, which will drop a Shaper's Orb upon completing it, which allows us to upgrade the tier 1 to a tier 6 map. So it could be that we have to use that one to get the Shaper's attention. Not entirely sure. But I remember from Standard League, where I've been clearing the left hand side of the Atlas. I don't think I found my Shaper's Orb until we were in the next stage of the quest. So maybe finding a Sextant would be enough. Though those things are relatively rare drops. Haven't found one so far with this character. Just over here. But nothing useful in it. More than 50 mobs remaining. There's still quite some content here. Her mask. Whoa, that's a bunch of hidden mobs. And it works pretty darn well. Draw them in, burn them down. Two-stone ring, yeah, we already have one for that. I'm actually looking for amethyst rings. I mean, I really would like to replace my rings with some chaos resistance, because, well, our chaos resistance is still lacking, -40. Because we have the totems, we can get away with a lot, but eventually we are gonna get some issues with it. So it would be nicer to at least have positive chaos resists, ideally maxed, of course. Okay, and that was the final of the monsters. So we didn't get any big demons. All we got were some of the smaller ones, and only a couple more times. Lots of narrow corridors and relatively small rooms really make it hard to summon proper demons here. So it was a little bit of a wasted mod, but as a bonus it is always nice to get. So for now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.